Last night, while you were sleeping, something incredible was supposed to happen. Your brain was scheduled to clean itself. Yeah, literally.
A special system was set to activate to flush out all the toxic gunk that can lead to diseases like Alzheimer's. But what you ate right before bed, it may have just straight up canceled that cleaning shift. The real question is, did it? I want you to just think about that for a second. Picture your bedroom last night, all dark and quiet. While you were lying there, was your brain actually getting that deep, deep cleaning it needs to stay healthy? Or was something you did hours earlier sabotaging the whole operation before it even got started? Well, the answer might just depend on what your kitchen counter looked like around 10 o'clock last night. Because see, the food and drinks you have in those crucial hours before sleep, they can send a direct signal to your brain to just shut it all down, to call off the most important maintenance job of the day, leaving all that junk behind. And this isn't a small problem. We're talking about a massive risk. A huge study, over 124,000 people, found that eating just 1 hour before bed more than doubled your chances of waking up during the night. And waking up even for a moment is like telling the cleaning crew to pack up and go home. So who is this cleaning crew I keep talking about? It's your glymphatic system. Seriously, think of it like a power washing team that only works the night shift and only during your deepest stages of sleep. It's 60% more active then, scrubbing away toxic proteins like amyloid-beta. But when this crew gets sent home early, that gunk stays right where it is, building up night after night. So the big question is, how are we accidentally canceling the shift? We're about to walk through the 5 biggest culprits. I call them the sleep saboteurs. Now, the first one is something millions of people use to help them sleep, but it does the exact opposite. And number 4, you're probably consuming it without even realizing it. All right, let's start with the most common saboteur of them all. I want you to picture it, a glass of red wine, right there on your nightstand.
It's the classic nightcap, right? The thing you have to unwind or fall asleep faster. Well, I'm here to tell you that this belief is one of the most dangerous myths out there for your brain health. And this really gets to the heart of it. Let me say that again. Sedation is not sleep. Alcohol is a sedative. Sure, it can knock you out, but it doesn't put you into natural restorative sleep. It creates a state that just looks like sleep from the outside, but on the inside, it's missing the entire architecture your brain needs to actually repair itself. So here's what's really going on. First, alcohol is one of the most powerful suppressors of REM sleep that we know of, period. Then, a few hours later, as your body starts to process it, you get this rebound effect, and your sleep becomes super light and fragmented. It also relaxes your airway muscles, which can make things like sleep apnea way worse. And get this, even a single drink 4 hours before bed can still mess up your night. So what's the fix? It's actually pretty simple. It's all about timing and a smart swab. If you want a drink, have it with dinner, at least 4 to 5 hours before you plan to sleep. That gives your body time to deal with it. Then replace that nightstand ritual. Instead of that red-tinted glass of wine, go for a cool, calming mug of chamomile tea, or even a little bit of tart cherry juice. Okay, on to saboteur number 2, and this one is way sneakier. You have that amazing spicy dinner at 8 p.m. You feel totally fine when you go to bed, but hours later, a little bomb goes off inside you that you might not even feel, but it's repeatedly derailing your brain's cleaning crew. It is the midnight reflex bomb. See, when you lie down flat, that stomach acid from the spicy food can creep back up. This triggers dozens of tiny little micro-awakenings. You don't even know they're happening, but they pull you right out of deep sleep, stopping the cleaning cycle over and over again.
And on top of that,
Spicy foods raise your core body temperature right when your brain needs it to drop to even get into deep sleep. All right, saboteur number 3, that bowl of ice cream on the counter, the cookies you grab right before turning in. I get it. They seem so harmless, so comforting, but that late-night sugar hit, it unleashes a storm of hormonal chaos that is absolutely devastating for your deep sleep. And the long-term risk here? Well, it's frankly terrifying. You see, those chronic insulin spikes from late-night sugar lead to insulin resistance, and when that happens in the brain, scientists are now calling it type 3 diabetes. It's a recognized pathway that is directly linked to Alzheimer's disease. So, how does it wreck your sleep tonight? Well, you eat the sugar, your blood sugar goes way up, and then around 2 or 3 in the morning, it comes crashing down. Your body thinks this is an emergency, so it pumps out the stress hormones, cortisol, and adrenaline to save you. And what's the job of stress hormones? To wake you up. They shatter your deep sleep right when that brain cleaning should be in full swing. So, the solution is not about going hungry, it's just about being smarter. Instead of that sugar bomb that you know is going to wake you up at 3 a.m., just reach for a small handful of walnuts. They give you stable energy from healthy fats and protein, so there's no spike and no crash. Better yet, they even have natural melatonin to help your sleep cycle. Okay, now for the one that you are almost certainly underestimating. We all know not to down an espresso at 9 p.m. at night, but caffeine's effects last way, way longer than most of us think. It is the ultimate stealth saboteur. I mean, just look at this timeline. You have a cup of coffee at 2 in the afternoon. At 10 p.m., that's 8 hours later, half of that caffeine is still in your system, actively blocking the very receptors in your brain that are trying to signal for sleep. It's like putting a plug in the drain of your brain's sleepiness. Even if you manage to fall asleep, the quality is just shot. And that brings us to our final saboteur, the big, heavy, late-night meal. You know the one, the pizza, the burger, the pasta loaded with cheese. When you eat a huge meal close to bedtime, you're forcing your body to do 2 totally opposite jobs at the same time: rest and digest at full speed. And you can see the results of that conflict right here. Digesting all that food turns your body into a metabolic furnace, heating you up when you need to cool down. And just look at the chart. Deep sleep just tanks, while nighttime awakenings and apnea severity go through the roof. Your body just can't do both jobs well, and every single time, it's your sleep that pays the price. Okay, so we've met the enemy. We've identified the saboteurs. Now let's build the perfect defense. And this isn't about complicated rules or being miserable. It's just about giving your brain a simple, predictable schedule that creates the perfect conditions for a full night of deep cleaning. First things first, if you absolutely need a snack before bed, this is the one and only approved option. A small handful of walnuts for those healthy fats and natural melatonin, paired with a few tart cherries or just a splash of the juice. It's one of the best natural melatonin sources there is. This is a snack that actually helps your brain's cleaning crew instead of fighting it. And this slide right here, this is the master plan. It's the 3-hour rule. It brings everything we've talked about into one simple, powerful framework. A hard caffeine cutoff at noon, no exceptions. Your last alcoholic drink is around 5 p.m. with dinner. Your last bite of food of any kind is by 7 p.m., and then bedtime is at 10 p.m. That 3-hour window gives your digestion time to finish up, your body temperature time to drop, and it creates the perfect clear runway for deep restorative sleep. So tonight, it all comes down to a choice.
You can have that glass of wine that you know will shut down your REM sleep. You can have the cookie that guarantees a stress hormone jolt at 3 a.m. You can pretend that caffeine from this afternoon isn't still on the job, or eat a heavy meal that makes your body work all night instead of rest. Or you can make a different choice. Look, your brain's cleaning crew is clocked in. They're ready to work for you every single night. Their only job is to protect your future. Following the 3-hour rule isn't about restriction. It's the single best thing you can do to make sure they can do their job. So tonight, give them that clear, quiet window they need. Please stop canceling their shift.